ora e whānau, welcome to Light Lunch. I'm Sophie Preble, I'm the Marketing and Comms Lead at the Institute, and I'm joined today by Isaac Kett and Natalia Ortega. Both of these two are fairly high achievers and are doing lots of different things at the same time. Isaac took home the Supreme Award this year at our New Zealand Building People Awards after winning the consultants category. So congratulations, Isaac, for that. This is your year of reigning as the Supreme winner. And Natalia is just about to finish her PhD. She's also been a digital project manager, an agile coach, and has published 4 books, 2 of which are in English. And she might tell us what those are later, we'll find out. So we've only got 15 minutes, so we'll jump right in. So we'll start off with, what are the top 3 things that are keeping you awake at night? Natalia, can you start us off?
Well, thank you for having me today. One of the things that keep me awake at night is because I've developed a framework to promote safety culture. Yes, I think so much responsibility on this and thinking everyday workers and project manager on site, trying to avoid any mistake or hazard to achieve the zero accidents on site, which is so hard. So it's a lot of responsibility for me to get this published soon. So, well, that's kept me awake at night.
Absolutely. How about you, Isaac? What's your first one?
Yeah, my first one is safety related as well, especially if you're in delivery phase of a project. On a recent project, we had up to 600 people out on site working at once. You have your systems in place from the client side, and the contractors do as well, but do those systems have weaknesses in them, or are all 600 people going to be implementing the system as intended? There's a lot of things that can go wrong out there, especially if you're working in a road or train environment, and any little mistake can have really catastrophic consequences. So when we're on the client side, we try to contribute with hosting monthly safety breakfasts and getting a variety of speakers in and giving the workers a chance to advise what they're seeing out there. Sometimes we go out on site and have toolbox talks with the contractors and join in and listen in, and that gives us a chance to tell the site crews directly that from the client perspective, we're not just pushing to get everything done as fast as possible and disregard safety. We always like to remind everybody to, if they see something or feel something's not right, to make sure they raise it up to their supervisor. But despite those things, you still wonder if there's something that's been missed. So it is quite easy to be kept awake thinking about that.
Sure. And how about you, Natalia? What's your second?
My second is about what can I do to spread the word about those tools that help to improve safety culture. I now am in that journey.
Right,
Yes.
you've got a couple more months of your PhD, and then you'll have to use it somehow, I guess.
Definitely, yes. That's what I'm trying to do and figure out how.
That's an exciting problem.
Definitely, yes.
How about you, Isaac? What's your second one?
My second one's a little bit different. Just within our projects that we're working on at any one time, we making the most efficient use of materials or most efficient methods for the benefit of the project, for the budget, and also for sustainability overall. Quite often you come across some materials that might be considered a little bit marginal, maybe don't quite fit within regular specifications. As a project manager, you're always trying to find that advantage. So you normally have to work with quite a few people to see if you can get it across the line. We're not the designers, but we certainly work with the designers or the SMEs or the contractors to see what kind of savings we can rely on. And sometimes people feel a little bit more conservative and feel like there's a risk when yeah, as the project manager, maybe you're being a little bit more aggressive and you feel like there isn't a risk there. So that's always involves a lot of conversation and a lot of thought around how to approach it in the best way. One example that we had recently is that for pavement stabilization, that's a really good recycling technique to avoid cutting down on use of materials. And we do some sites and they work really amazing, get perfect results the first time. We had another project where we did a trial and we got 90% of the way there. There was just kind of the last 10% of maybe a few tweaks to the method were needed. But as a team, the group, I guess, decided that they would rather have just taken the more conservative approach and spent another $1 million and taken a bit longer to get the work done. So when you have that kind of outcome that's not always the best, then yeah, you lose a little bit of sleep over that.
And what's your third one, Natalia?
Well, it's about networking, I think, how we can bridge the gap between academia and the industry. I'm hearing Isaac about what he's trying to do, and we have 3 PhD projects running in such area. So I'm happy to connect them. And also, I realized that the companies have the information that they don't have time to analyze properly or thoroughly. So the academia have the time to do that, but we don't have sometimes the data. So there must be a way to facilitate this and to make this connection fast, in a fast way and an easy way, that everybody get the best for the information to put out there with good solutions to improve the industry.
Absolutely. Maybe you two can connect after this and talk about sharing some data and information.
Definitely.
And Isaac, your third one.
Yeah, my third one's on a little bit of a different level. It's kind of thinking about the national infrastructure plan that was recently announced. I've long wondered why there isn't such a thing in place. Surely the powers that be must have a certain amount of projects that they agree upon, rather than sort of throwing out 100% of the previous plans and starting fresh. It'd be nice to have even a starting point of maybe 25% of the projects that the government's working on, maybe as a starting point. Maybe they'd build up to 50% maybe, but it'd be good to have a little bit of consistency and certainty around that rather than swings from one side to the other. But it's great that we've got the National Infrastructure Plan being worked on, but I'm curious, is there any money left to pay for it? That's not very clear at the moment.
Right. Now we'll move on to the quick fire ones. Doesn't mean you have to give me an answer in 2 words or anything like that, but I'll start with you, Natalia. What are you reading, listening to, watching at the moment?
Well, because I was reading a lot for my thesis, I jump into the series part when I go home at night and just relax a little bit. So I'm fascinated with the Formula One race series that the Netflix launch, yes, at the moment. So yes, I don't know why, because maybe it's team work there that I really enjoy watching. Formula One race series.
Great. How about you, Isaac?
Just finished a light-hearted murder mystery, Only Murders in the Building. That's a bit of a fun series. But just since I finished that, I've just started on The Wire, which is a little older now, but haven't seen that before. So yeah, heard good things about it.
It's very good, but not lighthearted, but great, yeah.
Yeah, it's going good so far.
What's something, Isaac, that you do for yourself to help your well-being?
I find it helps if you enjoy work most days. You always get hard days, but just day to day, if you're looking forward to the problems that you're trying to solve, that helps. Recently, we did 8 people from work went out and did a trail nav, or a Rogaine as it's also known, where you get given a map and 3 hours to go to as many checkpoints as you can. So one of our teams is full of marathon runners, and they ran a half marathon, and the rest of us covered about 10Ks still. So that was a good afternoon. And then I like to try and do a little bit of salsa dancing, but just never quite get as much time to do it as I would like.
Right. How about you, Natalia?
Well, I love jumping into Takapuna Beach for a quick run and stay there a little bit, just to clear my mind. And also, I love being Friday afternoon with colleagues here from uni for some drinks and chatting here and then, maybe every 2 weeks.
Right. Sounds like you both got nice workmates, which is always a good thing.
Indeed.
Natalia, do you have a motto that you live by?
Well, I'm passionate about teaching and sharing knowledge. And I think I can do it, and I can see I can add value there. So that's my motto.
Correct. How about you, Isaac?
Sorry, not sure if it cut out a little bit there. Were you asking for me?
How about you? Do you have a motto?
Yeah, don't really have a motto that I keep in mind, but I decided to go looking for one. And one that kind of resonated a little bit was this too shall pass. I guess it's kind of how I think a little bit. It's just simple and a bit simple, I guess. But it just reminds you that even if you're having a hard day, it's just a nice, easy way to say that, you know, day will be over soon, and tomorrow's another day.
Right. Do you have any advice, both of you? Isaac, what would your piece of advice be for, say, the next generation coming into this industry? It's a tough time at the moment to be starting, but what kind of advice would you give?
Yeah, a common piece of advice for people starting the industry is learning, but just to expand upon that is probably just to learn from as many people as you can, whether it's the client, the project manager, risk manager, engineer, contractor, etc. Everybody's got their own viewpoint, their own concerns, and their own risks or problems or advantages and opportunities that they see. So yeah, just don't just narrow it to your own company. Just try and get in as many conversations as you can with other people outside of your company as well.
Right. And Natalia?
Well, I received this advice many, many years ago about the 4 agreements: that be impeccable with your words, don't take it any personally, and don't make assumptions, and always do your best.
Great. That's lots of good advice in there. We've got a couple of minutes, so Isaac, I thought I might just ask you, you won the Supreme Award at our New Zealand Building People Awards. What was that like for you the night, and what did it mean to you?
Yeah, really amazing. Thanks for that, and thanks to the NZIOB and the judges. It was a big shock. I didn't even know until the night that there was a Supreme Award. I mean, I was pretty blown away to get the consultant one, but kind of long nights, so starting to get a little bit tired at the end. And then they said, oh, there's the Supreme Award. So I was kind of just expecting it to be everybody else. There's a lot of people there have done a lot of amazing things. So it was a real shock to be called up. But as I alluded to on the night, I think it's really kind of just a validation of the team on the project. Really, you know, a project of that size doesn't get delivered by one person doing well, or, you know, the whole team just really just gelled as a unit. Back in our home company, some of us are competitors working in the same markets, but when we showed up at work every day, we just put that all behind us, and everybody just got stuck in and really did what was best for the project on the day, and that resulted in the project being done on time and on budget. So yeah, really grateful to everybody that contributed.
Fantastic. And Natalia, if you'd like to plug either of your books, you can
Well, the books are based on my customer experience and the feedback and how they're struggling and how they can change easily by applying simple simple actions. So yes, they are in Amazon. They are two of them are in English. So 4 key tools to make your organization grow and become an agile manager. Both of them are very useful, and yes, I hope add value out there.
Fantastic. Thank you both very much, Natalia and Isaac, for joining us and taking time out of what I know is busy schedules for both of you. So yeah, thank you very much. And we'll chat again, I'm sure.
Cheers.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Sophie. Thank you, Isaac. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.